Hi, Movie Dive here. Today we are going to take a look at the film Pacific Rim Uprising. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to get all the future updates. The unpredictable world building and kaiju Jaeger battles were what made Pacific Rim so entertaining. It would be up to Pacific Rim Uprising to either figure out how to match the charm of its predecessor or discover a fresh way to up the ante. The story follows the son of renowned hero, Stacker Pentecost, and current scavenger of old Jaeger parts, Jake Pentecost, played by John Boyega. He is a presence-filled actor who commands the screen. His specialty is high-budget action movies. He executes a charm offensive and comes off well in the process. Some actors are engulfed by events that are larger than life as shown in the movie, yet Boyega beats the kaiju with ease when he teams up with his Jaeger co-pilot. The strange but technically sound concept of drift, in which two pilots eat through each other's thoughts, was introduced in the first movie. Despite being absurd, the graphical interpretation was brilliant, contemporary, and vibrant in every way. The director keeps attempting to restore the surprise, just as in the sequel, but what has already been seen is no longer surprising and has become routine. Pacific Rim Uprising has lots of action set pieces with metals clanking, buildings collapsing, and the end-of-the-world type scenarios. The story picks up in 2035, 10 years after the Battle of the Breach, in which the Precursors portal was shut down. Former Jaeger pilot Jake Pentecost, the son of Stacker Pentecost, survives in Santa Monica, California, by stealing and trafficking Jaeger parts. Following an altercation between Amara's small, single-pilot Jaeger Scrapper and the law enforcement Jaeger November Ajax, he follows a portion of a disabled Jaeger's power core to the covert workshop of 15-year-old Jaeger enthusiast Amara Namani. The Pan-Pacific Defense Corps then captures both of them. Mako Mori, a Japanese senator and the adoptive sister of Jake, convinces him to hire Amara as an instructor at PPDC in order to avoid going to jail. When Jake and his estranged former co-pilot Nathan Lambert arrive at the China Shatter Dome, they begin instructing Jaeger cadets. Nate and Mako explain that the Shao Corporation's new drone program, which proposes to mass-produce Jaeger drones created by Liwen Shao and Dr. Newton Geisler, poses a threat to the Jaeger program. During an altercation with Obsidian Fury and Gypsy Avenger, Jake and Nate's Jaegers, Mako is accidentally killed by the latter before she can deliver the final assessment to determine whether the drones are approved at a PPDC Council meeting in Sydney. The PPDC Council decides to immediately approve and use the drones after learning of her passing. Before backup Jaegers can catch it, Obsidian Fury flees into the water. Mako had sent the location of a shut-down Jaeger production facility in Siberia just before she passed away. Gypsy Avenger takes Jake and Nate there, but Obsidian Fury destroys the building and engages them in combat. Despite having the upper hand at first, Gypsy Avenger is able to defeat the Jaeger. They discover that Obsidian Fury was controlled by a kaiju's secondary brain, which tests reveal was grown on Earth, after removing its reactor, rather than by humans. When the drones arrive at their designated locations, cloned kaiju brains mounted covertly on board take control of their piloting functions. The kaiju Jaeger hybrids attack every Shatter Dome at once, killing a significant number of Jaegers and injuring many more. Dr. Hermann Gottlieb and Newt attempt to take down the drones, but when the kaiju Jaeger hybrids launch multiple breaches throughout the Pacific Rim, the latter realizes that the former is responsible for the attack. The Precursors have taken control of Newt's mind, who they connected with when he and Hermann drifted with kaiju brains. They have revealed that he implanted the brains in the drones to make sure the Precursors' plan would go through. Three creatures, Hakuja, Shrikethorn, and Raijin, had already emerged and had arrived in Tokyo despite Liwen's ability to destroy the drones and seal the breaches. The team learns that the Precursors' true plan is to use the blood of the Kaijus to ignite Mount Fuji, which will set off an eruption in each volcano along the Ring of Fire, eradicating all life on Earth and terraforming the planet for Precursor colonization. The cadets are organized while Hermann and Liwen fix the 4 Jaegers that can still be used from the PPDC. Hermann then creates rockets that are propelled by kaiju blood that take the team to Tokyo. The 3 kaiju are initially repelled by the Jaegers, including Gypsy Avenger, but Newt eventually combines them into a mega kaiju using parasitic robotics from one of Liwen's factories. The only remaining Jaeger is Gypsy Avenger after the destruction of 3 of the 4. In place of the injured Nate, Jake and Amara pilot the Jaeger against the Mega Kaiju with Liwen controlling Scrapper remotely. Liwen assists them by finding a rocket and welding it to Gypsy, which sends the Jaeger into the atmosphere and causes it to fall back to Earth, colliding with the Mega Kaiju and killing it just in time. Jake and Amara survive by transferring to Scrapper. Newt, who is indignant over the Mega Kaiju's death, tries to start a plan B, but Nate knocks him out and captures him. Later, Jake speaks with Newt, who informs him of the Precursors' impending reappearance. According to Jake, everyone is getting ready for the impending conflict. If you like these sorts of videos, do like and subscribe for more. See you again in the next one.